Okay, so this is completely off the cuff, so I might get some shit wrong, and plus I feel like shit. So this is just like a complete like random video, but I think I need to do a quick review on this episode because I'm having some fears about. Well, maybe not fears. I'm. Well, there's one fear, but I'm really starting to worry about Super as of late. So, uh, Super 58, Super episode 58 aired today, so we gotta wait. Uh, we have to wait 2 weeks for the next episode, so I guess this is like a good time to make this. But um, I guess I can just quickly go over it. So they basically the episode is about them forming a theory about like what Zamasu is going to do. But this episode I think is or what's going to happen next episode is going to it raises some questions for me that I hope that that get answered. So, but here's the thing, right? See, in my previous videos, I was asking like why Super Saiyan Rose was a thing, like why the hair, well, like why was the hair pink, right? Because we know why the hair. Well, we don't know why it's gold. We just know that it's gold when someone goes regular Super Saiyan, right? We know that it just goes red when someone goes Super Saiyan God, right? We know why Super Saiyan Blue is blue because you combine Super Saiyan with the power of Super Saiyan God, and that's how you get blue. But we don't have an explanation for why this is pink, right? Like it's pretty obvious that Black went his version of Super Saiyan, but we don't know why. Like why is it pink? Like why is that color pink? And I guess my fear is like now we're gonna have more unanswered questions. So like basically this episode, the theory that Whis had proposed about who Black was that Zamasu, because Zamasu went to go see Zuno at the end of last episode, and he talks to him this episode and finds out like what the Super Dragon Balls are and how to use it, and he wants to know everything about Son Goku, right? He wants to know everything about Goku. So the theory is that like he uses Super Dragon Balls to collect to summon the Super Shenron and to create his own evil copy of Goku to help him go and enforce his own vision of justice on the universe, apparently. But see, like that to me is a problem because this dude is first of all, he's the Kaioshin of Universe 10, right? So what does this entail? Is this like a multiversal thing? Like how is this happening? Because here's the thing, like Zamasu to me is a very controversial character, and I don't like the writing behind him at all because I find it very hypocritical and I find it pretty nonsensical. And I think a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon because like I was talking about this earlier, but like Dragon Ball villains are traditionally not very philosophical in nature, or they don't really. There's nothing exceptionally too complex to them, right? There are shades of complexity in their character, but complexity isn't like really the thing that you think about when it comes to Dragon Ball villains, right? It's usually about like why they're fun and why they're entertaining first and foremost, and their colorful personalities and stuff like that. But Zamasu is like the first villain that we get that is, and Black, I guess by extension, that really have some sort of like philosophical treatise on humanity, and like that is like their defining character trait and their quality and their defining character quality, right? But like I was saying earlier, the problem with that is that he's a Kaioshin, or he's a Kaioshin apprentice, right? So he's a god, and the role of a Kaioshin is to regulate life in the universe. So what is he going to do if he enacts his plan? I don't even. It's not even really a plan. If he enacts his wish to exterminate every mortal ever, he says that he's creating a utopia, but we don't even know what that utopia entails. Is he going to create more life that loses what was I going to say? That loses their capacity to fight? That's hypocritical. He himself is a fighting genius. He's a fighting genius. One would imagine that maybe not that he likes fighting, but like that's what I don't get. Like how can someone who is a fighting genius and who is a god go against the very nature of their job? Because here's the thing, like he's empathizing with the gods, right? Like he's saying like gods should be humans should be subservient, or mortals should be subservient to gods. Like, gods are perfect, right? But the god's role is to regulate human life. So if you go and kill the mortals, like, what good is his godhood? Like, why does he even care so much? Again, I guess we need more explanation, but it's coming across as like very fishy to me. So I talked about, so there's that, the Super Saiyan Rose thing, and also here's the problem with the whole theory that Whis is showing, right? So who is the Zamasu in the future that wrecked Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks? Then who is that? Is because the way that I understood it is like, okay, we have present Zamasu, the future Zamasu, or the Zamasu that beat Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, is that future Zamasu, but the one who used like a time ring, because now he has like both the Patara, so he's a Kaioshin, so he has the time ring, right? And obviously he gave one to Goku Black, which is why they can go back and forth. But so you have present Zamasu, the Zamasu that used the time ring to go into the future, the one that, you know, wrecked our heroes, and then an actual future Zamasu, someone who is still in Universe 10, who probably doesn't even know who Goku is. Because the way that I understood it is that because of Goku fighting Zamasu in the present, this forces Zamasu to go and Asuna and everything, get the Dragon Balls, and then kill. He's going to kill Gowasu now, right? Or in next episode, which in itself causes a problem because that means that the Universe 10 God of Destruction is dead unless they bring him back with the Dragon Balls, which I would not like at all. I don't think that should be something that should be used, but or they might enforce, or they might appoint a new one. But so he does that. He becomes the new Kaioshin, and then from there they go into the future. And that's when they start like wrecking humanity or wrecking other universes for like 16 years, I guess. But like the timeline is like very confusing because of that. Because like I'm not quite sure how it works. Because usually, like the fact that there's like a time ring, right? And the fact that like two versions of the same character exist and they're like the same age, like that's very confusing to me. Like I don't know how that works. Like whether Zamasu can exist in the present while he's still forming his plan and he's still in the future like doing shit. Can like I don't know. I don't know if that can happen. I mean, well, at least it's hard for me to think about anyway, but maybe I'm just thinking too hard. So there was that. By the way, the animation last episode was great. Naoto Shishida for the fucking win. I saw Geekdom's video on that. That was like 30 minutes. I don't know why it was 30 minutes. I feel like you could have just said like Naoto Shishida and that's it. Cut the video off there. But, and you know, the various other animators and key animators and whatever entails that. But, and also per par as usual, Toei is completely over exaggerating. Dude, Goku this episode, Goku's dumbness, because Goku was like, if we eat enough senzu, we're gonna become immortal. Like, what the fuck? Where does that even come from? That's like me saying if I have enough. Jesus Christ! Like, oh god, Toei will never stop shitting on me, like with just by making him way too dumb. So like, fuck that shit. I hated that. And then there was also the another problem that I had was like he was so eager to go back into the future and fight them, which doesn't make any sense to me because he knows when he's lost. Like against Super Buu, like in his base form, like he was egging Vegeta to like fuse with him, right? So that they could fight Super Buu. But now over here, like he's so eager to go and fight, even though he lost. And then Toei and has to make Bulma and Vegeta correct him because he's being dumb, which is completely out of character for him. So fuck that shit. But yeah, I don't know what this video is. I don't know if I have to call it a review or whatever. But I don't know. I like the arc, but it's just I'm not the biggest fan of Zamasu. The action and the animation is cool. I like Black. Because he's just a pawn, really. So, the sword thing was cool. The animation was cool. Super Saiyan Blue, I think, just needs to die. I don't think that was a good idea to introduce that form, especially like thinking back on it now, like how how on a whim Toriyama created that story. Like, that Super Saiyan Blue should not exist. Kill it with fire. And oh yeah, we can talk about the spoilers for episodes 59 through 61. So apparently now they have to go in. So Gowasu dies next episode. Spoiler. I know not many people want to hear that, but he dies next episode. So Universe 10's God of Destruction apparently dies. And what was I gonna say? Like, oh yeah. So Gowasu dies. Universe 10's God of Destruction dies. Beerus kills Zamasu apparently. And then they have to go to the future because they feel that Gowasu is still alive for some reason there, which I don't know why. It's such stupid reasoning to me, because if you see Zamasu and he has both the Kaioshin earrings, you assume like he's dead, right? So like I don't know what the fuck they're thinking with assuming that he still might be alive, especially because they know Zamasu's like extremely like prejudiced and extremely like he's an extremist basically. So like, I don't know why they would think that just to go to the future to see if Gowasu is still alive. Like, what the... But yeah, so... I mean, Dragon Ball Super for me is still like a 7 out of 10. This is probably the best arc, but I'm quickly... It's not that I'm losing faith. Like, the interest is there, but it's just like explanation for things I feel like are not going to be explained very well. So... And plus, Super Saiyan Blue just does not look good on Goku and Vegeta when they're wearing their quote-unquote regular outfits. I still don't like the fact that Vegeta's Cell or his Android's Arc armor came back. Like, that should have just been an Android's Arc armor only. Like, they should have stuck with the Buu Arc outfit, but that's probably my personal bias speaking there, but... Yeah, I don't know, I'm just bitching at this moment. What do you guys think? So... I'll see you assholes later. And